All right. You know, if you're one of those people that are anti-U.S. athlete, you pick the worst time to do it. Right? It's just the worst time. Why? Well, there's this thing called the Olympics, and the United States is dominating again because that's what we do. Right? It doesn't matter where the Olympics is being held. Okay? Our athletes don't cry, like, oh, it's going to be over there in South America. They're going to rob our athletes. And we don't worry about that shit. Okay? It doesn't matter where the Olympics are held. We're going to be a powerhouse. That's what we do. If we're not first place in the medal count, it's a failure for us. Period. All right? Domination is what we do. We dominate in multiple sports. We're extremely competitive in other sports. And in sports we don't even fucking care about. Like some of these sports in the Olympics is like, who even plays that shit? All right. Yet we still have some Americans in there hanging in there against the best in the world with people that take that sport serious. Right? Because that's what we do. You see, that's what we do. That's exactly what we do. Right? And a lot of nations are powerhouses in the summer, right? But they're not that great in the Winter Olympics, and vice versa. The U.S. we're powerhouses in both Olympics because that's what we do. All right? That's just what we do. That's why we can get a group of amateur hockey players, right, to defeat professional Russian players with a lot of experience, okay, in a fucking hockey game, right? Because that are amateurs in a sport that's not even close to our a number one sport. Because that's what we do. That's what the U.S. does. And this is just the Olympics. I mean, just think about all the leagues we have. Okay, the NBA, the NFL, the MLB, the NHL. Because that's what we do. Right? Okay, and not only leagues. Okay, MMA fighters, boxers, all right? Because that's what we do. So let's talk about boxing for a moment. You have a lot of people oh, the American fighters ain't shit. Americans ain't shit. We're still in the mix in boxing when we have all these other athletes dominating in multiple sports. All these great athletes playing in major leagues. All right? And we're still winning multiple world titles in boxing. All right? Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. By the way, we still have a title holder in the heavyweight division. Right? A guy who, by the way, picked up the sport late, still won a bronze medal, now has a WBC championship. The Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. Right? We still, by the way, okay, still have a heavyweight with a strap, but for all the delusional idiots that, for whatever reason, believe that American heavyweights are as if we're putting our best athletes out there, that is laughable. Okay? It just is. If our best athletes were in boxing, okay, we dominate just like we're dominating the Olympics. It's just the way it is, right? That's just the way it is. If our best athletes were boxing, we'd be dominant. Every title holder would be an American, right? That's the reality you have to live with. Okay, maybe 1 out of the 4 would be held by someone non-American, right? But that's just the way it is. Nobody took the heavyweight division from us. our best athletes stopped participating in that sport, right? For many reasons, right? But even then, we still have a fucking title holder. What's up, bitches? Right? What's up? Yet we still have athletes that dominate in the Olympics. Now, we still have great athletes in the NFL, the NBA, the MLB. Because that's what we do. Right? We dominate. We have the best athletes in the world in the United States. That's it. Period. Why hate? Don't hate. Appreciate. Just watch in awe as Michael Phelps breaks all these records. Just shut up and watch in awe. Right? Shut up as that I forgot her name, but that female gymnast. Right? Who's the best? They're calling the best gymnast of all time. All right? Does her thing. Just shut up and watch in awe. That's what you do. You shut up and you watch in awe. Okay, just all right. Just open your mouth and watch in awe, because that's just take it. Right? Just shut up. Right? And do what. Just stop hating and do what the rest of the world does with our athletes. Right? Just watch in awe. Right? That's it. That's what you're going to do from now on. Stop fucking hating. You're looking ridiculous. Right? Look at this domination. I'm watching it on TV right now. Look at that domination. Gold medal after gold medal. Look at all those medals. Dominant. Because that's what we do. Right? And we're going to take track and field too. Right? Jamaicans have been getting out of hand. Like they have their limelight. We're going to take that shit too. Right? That's right. And if it's not this time, we'll take it next time. They'll flame out eventually. All right? But take even track and field. See, in any sport, even when another nation starts having their limelight and starts beating us in that one sport, notice how it's only in that one sport. You know, have you noticed that? We'll be first place in so many sports. And it's somebody puts us in second place. And one of all those sports, people will be like, oh, American athletes aren't shit. It's just dumb, man. It's just a bunch of dumb idiots. It's just a bunch of morons and shit. Okay. Just dumb. A bunch of dumb, stupid idiots that just want to hate on American athletes. It's just shut up and watch in awe. Okay, that's what you're going to do. That's right. Just shut up and watch in awe. Okay, this is Operation Shock and Awe right here. All right? That's all you got to do. That is all you have to do. All right? That's all you have to do. All right? I mean, look at other sports. Okay, stepping out of the Olympics. Take soccer, right? A lot of people talk shit about our soccer team. Oh, the United States is shit at soccer. We've still been in the top 20. We still in the Confederates Cup. We were the runner-ups. We still make it to the the round of 16 in the World Cup. We're still competitive. We're competitive in that sport. Even though it's not our number one sport. And that's the number one sport in multiple nations. We beat nations where that's what they do. Soccer is what they live for. And we're competitive or even beat them sometimes. Because that's what the U.S. does. The U.S. is it's a dominating force. All right? It just is. You come up with people just don't name a sport. Oh, you ain't shit in this sport. All right, so tell me the nation, the top nation in that sport, and then let's talk about other sports and see how good they are in other sports. It's just dumb, just dumb, right? And then they bring up the fact that we have 300 million people. Okay, we do. We have a lot of people in this country, right? We have a large population, so obviously we should have a high medal count, right? Sure. right? But a lot of these, a lot of these countries, you can bundle them up together, and they still don't get as many medals as us, right? With more participants. So keep that in mind. It's not like they allow all our American athletes to participate. We could only take a certain amount per sport, right? That's just the way it is. Like take basketball. If the United States was allowed to create 3 teams in basketball, there's a high chance they would win the gold, silver, and bronze. Okay, okay, that's my point. That's and anyone wants to dispute that, go ahead. I will stand by that claim. If the United States basketball team was allowed to create 3 teams, there's a very high chance they would win the gold, they would win the silver, and they would win the bronze. Okay. Now I'm not saying somebody wouldn't sneak in silver and bronze. I'm not saying that. Okay. But I'm just saying they would be amongst the top 3 teams. Top 3, 4. All right. It's just the way it is. There are other sports, right, where a lot of these American athletes will even say it. The qualifiers is harder, right, because we've got to compete with the best Americans. And then, it's medal season after that. It's open season once I make it to Olympics, right? So, a lot of you guys just need to understand here. Okay, I'm not, and by the way, I'm not saying this to be a dick. Okay, I'm not someone that just like to rub it into people's faces. Okay, it's just that our system here. Okay, obviously the United States isn't perfect. I'm not. Our government is not perfect. I'm not happy about a lot of the shit we do around the world, and toppling dictators. All that's political shit, foreign affairs shit. But when it comes to our athletes, for the most part, we got shit down, right? We got shit. We have a system that obviously works, right? You got China. China, they'll pick out these athletes. They'll handpick them. Oh, he's gifted at this, so they get that kid, and that's all that kid does for the rest of his fucking life, right? If he's good at weightlifting, that's it. That's what he does. That's what that kid does for the rest of his fucking life. He concentrates on nothing but that. And the majority of athletes, okay, of our athletes, got into what they do. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. They started doing it out of love because they wanted to do that. Okay, all right? That's not the case in every athlete, right? Like Floyd Mayweather, for example, his dad basically got him into the sport, right? Almost made him do it, right? And he became gifted at it, right? But so there are cases like that, but for the most part, okay, in large part, LeBron James started playing basketball because he loved the sport. It's what he did. It's what he does, right? So that's all I gotta say. All right. Okay, Michael Phelps is a fucking. That dude got. I don't know. I think he has fucking gills or some shit. I don't know. But anyway, with that said. Right? This is DStyleBoxing, and I'm out. Peace out.